All right, this information is for the Chapter 9, Show What You Know, and here are your 4 Do Now problems. So go ahead and get a piece of paper out, write these down, pause your video, and try them. All right, let's go over those. All right, so the first one here, the division problem. We check to see if 4 can fit into 2, and it doesn't. So we look to see if 4 can go into the 21, and it goes in there 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Write that down. Our next step is to subtract. 21 minus 20 is 1. Bring down the 2. 4 goes into 12 3 times with a 0 left over. Right here, we're going to convert this to a fraction, and we can do that just by using place value. So this is 4/10, this is 3/100. Together, this is 43, and then the 3 ends in the hundredths place, so it's 43/100. And you can't simplify that, so you're all set after you get that far. All right, here we are going to divide again. 6 goes into 8 one time. One group of 6. 1 times 6 is 6. Then we subtract, get 2. Bring down that 7. 6 goes into 27 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. When you subtract, you have 3 left over. So you can write that 3 in a variety of ways. It could be it could be 14, remainder 3, like this. It could be 14 and 3 over 6. Simplified down to 14.5. Or we can add a decimal in and an extra 0. Bring down that 0. Shoot up our decimal straight up to the top there. And we can say 6 goes into 35 times, and you could get 14.5. So those are the 3 ways to express that answer. Okay, here we have 52 times a decimal, 2/10. So here we're just going to multiply this out. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. We have 1 digit behind a decimal, so we move our decimal 1 place over. 10.4. All right, now remember the Show What You Know should be a review from last year, but I'm going to go over a few of these with you just so you can remember kind of how to do some of these problems. Number patterns. Write a rule to explain the pattern. Use the rule to find the missing numbers. So when I look at number 1 here, I noticed some things about it. So first I'm going to look to see if it's getting larger or getting smaller. And here it is getting smaller. So then I'm wondering, how much is it getting smaller by? So I'm going to test this one out and do 127 minus 123. So number 3, little number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. So these are 4 apart. I'm going to test that out and see if these are also 4 apart. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So yes, they are. So let me see what it would be if I subtracted 4 from 119. Here I would get 115. And then if I subtract 4 from 115 I would get to 111. So here that would be another 4. It's going down by, so let's do that one more time. 111 minus 4. This one I really need to regroup, so make that into a 0. 7, 0, 1, so 107 there. So my 2 answers would be 115 and 107. All right. So here, let's look at this one. And it looks like this is 5,832, which I can see why this one would be a little bit difficult to tell that that's a comma, because these are all divided by commas. So I guess that's something you're going to have to be aware of, is that this number here could have a comma in it and it could still be divided by commas, which may make it a little complicated. I do notice we're going down here. And I'm wondering by how much. It doesn't look like it's the same amount every time, because I'm estimating here, and I'm noticing this is around 400 that it's going down, and here it's only a little over 100. So I'm probably not subtracting. So if I was subtracting, it would be the same amount every time. So I'm guessing since I'm decreasing the value, I'm probably dividing. All right, so I'm probably going to divide, and I'm going to probably divide by the same thing. So let me see. I'm going to work with these. They're the like smallest numbers here that are next to each other. I always try to find two that are next to each other. So now multiplication is the inverse operation of division. So I could take 72 and see how many times I would multiply it to get to 216. So let's see if that would work. So I'm going to estimate, either 3 or 4. Let me try 3 because there's a 6 in the ones place. So let's just try that. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 7 times 3 is 21. So that is going up by 3. So here I'm dividing by 3. 216 divided by 3 is 72. Let me see what 72 divided by 3 is. 24. And 24 divided by 3 is 8, so that'll work there. So I'm going to have to go up here, and I'm either going to have to multiply this one by 3 and go this direction, or divide. And I personally like multiplication better than division. I think most of you guys do too. So let's go ahead and multiply that. 13, 14. All right, and then I do have to check it. So 1,944, and I have to check to make sure when I multiply that by 3, I would get the 5,832. So I'm going to use another color so you can see what I'm doing. We'll do 1,944 times 3. 3, 4, 5, 5,832. So I am correct. My first answer would be 1,944. The second answer would be 24. All right. So that is how we look for a pattern. We see for increasing, decreasing, multiplying, dividing, adding, or subtracting. All right, so identify points on a coordinate grid. Use the ordered pair to name the point on the grid. And we have our X and Y coordinate. Remember, X is always first, and that is the one. X will tell us how far we go to the left or the right. And this one, we're just going to go to the right, and then up or down for the Y. And this one, we're just going to go up because, you could have a coordinate grid with all the different quadrants in it. This is just the first quadrant that we're using in this picture. So we have 4, 6. So the first one would be 1, 2, 3, 4 over, 6 up. So that would be the letter B. The second one is 8, 4. So we go over 8, up 4. That would be the letter C. And over 2, up 8, and that is the letter A. All right, we don't have to do all of these because this wasn't so long ago where we used PEMDAS, the order of operations. But let's review. Parentheses, exponents. Then we multiply or divide from left to right, and then we add or subtract from left to right. So those kind of go together. So let's pick this one. We have some parentheses in this one. So I'm going to do what's inside the parentheses first. 59 minus 18 gives me 41. So that would be 77 minus 41. Remember, you keep everything in the same order. If 77 and the minus sign comes first, that stays there. And then you substitute the 41 for the problem that you just solved. All right, so 7 minus 1 is 6. And 7 minus 4 is 3. So 36 should be your answer there. Let's look at this one. Then we have adding and subtracting. And for adding and subtracting, you just do whatever comes first, going in that direction from left to right. So 18 plus 4 is 22. Minus 7 is 15. All right, and then I think that should be good for today for your activity. I'll leave you to figure out the last one. That will be on your things to do, in your things to do folder on Think Central.